house. Yes! And it gives me great pleasure to bring her up before us. And hopefully she has a fabulous, fabulous time and comes back and joins our family. Katelyne Levis.
Hello. So this is called The Door is the Mouth. Is this good?
Yes.
Okay.
Say that again, please.
So this is called The Door is the Mouth. A house is like a person. The living room is the heart. The bedroom is the brain. The kitchen is the stomach, and the windows its eyes. The bathroom, its organs, the walls are the muscles, the wires are the veins, and the pipes are the bones. The exterior, its skin, the dining room, its ears, and the door, its mouth. Oh, how you must be careful of what goes in and what comes out. For the difference between honey and poison is one builds up while the other slowly comes crumbling down. Till there's nothing but broken promises and rubble on the ground. What was once lost cannot be found, not this time. This poison eats and eats away at its host. It gnaws and nibbles, it stings and tears. What good is blood if it's a toxic affair? It's bitter and senseless and has selfless intention. It is not bothered with wanting sympathetic human connection, an everlasting laborious impression that leaves you with a lifetime of struggling imperfections and psychological issues on multiple dimensions. Shattered relationships and cookie-cutter reflections only lead to unhealthy stress and built-up tensions. All we do is point fingers and watch each other go in the wrong direction. The biggest thing missing is a little love and affection. We can condemn each other, but can't be bothered to mention is that we all lack a little love, care, and the understanding of each other's self-expression. But instead of speaking up, we give each other this infection. The door is the mouth. Oh, how I urge you to watch what you let in and what comes walking out. Because the difference between honey and poison is one builds you up while the other drags you down. And once you are lost, you cannot be found. Can I read one more? So this one's called Pandora. A sheep, a dull, timorous sheep is what you've been called. You've been labeled for slaughter and mistaken for meat, but little do they know you're rotten underneath. Filled with gases and maggots, someone like you is an acquired taste, but no one can stomach you because you leave death in their wake and parasites in their organs. You leave their bodies numb, for your flavors are morbid. Then there's the prissy queen. She gives a royal wave, a hurrah, and she has the kingdom at their feet. Then you realize that her reality is your dream. But it's hard to dream when your freedom has been revoked, made a little slave girl and used as a joke. They turned you into a weapon and told you to find peace. They made you weak and said kneel before the queen, as if she's someone you kneel to. What do they take you as, a fool? How about they kneel before you? Isn't that quite hypocritical and crude? In fact, you're not someone they should kneel to, but who cares? Having endless power that no one can undo, you be sitting at the throne and no one can hurt you. So you plan and you scheme, make her reputation seem not so clean, bury her good name in the mud, make her allies turn on one another, and make sure she has nowhere to run. 'Cause no amount of backstabbing could save her now. She was cursed from the moment she wore that crown. Gossip spreads like wildfire and unites a thick and imprudent crowd. Why build an empire just to burn it all down? To turn everyone against each other and watch it. Why build an empire just to burn it all down? To turn everyone against each other and watch it burn from the background. Poison the rim of their cup so there's no room at the table. So there's more room at the table. Make way for the strong and have drinks with your ego. Prove the people who abandoned you wrong, who mocked and ridiculed you. It's okay, no really it's fine, because they no longer have heads to laugh with and they no longer have tears to cry. You gouged out their eyes before you gave them any time. You make it know that you will not be overruled. No, you will not be overthrown, because Because you set your eyes on one thing to make that castle your home, because it's where you came from, it's where you belong. Sad thing is, a queen can only rule for so long. Yes, her reign must come to an end. No more shiny nights and no more fancy dinners with friends. No more ballroom dancing and no more pretty marble halls. No more rose petal showers and gracious amounts of applause. No more milk and honey sugar-coated laws. Time for favored justice and iron jaws is upon us all. Swinging axes and rotting corpses. Wrong indictment and forced enjoyment. A rage that burns in a river of blood. Clouds so thick they block out the sun. And when the time comes to take over the throne, no, you won't be gentle, you won't be easy, so make way for the bold, corrupted, and greedy, envious and rotten, 'cause soon this majesty will be forgotten. And when the cannons fire and trumpets sing, alas, arrives a newborn sovereign, this majesty beheaded and thrown in the coffin. Now the weak has proven to be dominant, for you follow no rules and you create the consequences. Your reign affliction and has no limits. Raise your sword high and execute to the fullest. With tinted eyes and a heart of a machine, who knew the next leader would be so dastardly and mean? Every kingdom has its highs and its lows, there's no in between. Something like this should have been foreseen. But it's too late now, I've already poured the gasoline, because everything must burn before it can be made pristine. And death be to thee, for God so loved the queen. But I get what I want, and I won't let anyone else define me.
There you go.